Hi there! In this video I will tell you about a new course on the LearnDutch.org website. #Dutch Grammar. If you are a beginner and you are learning Dutch because you really want to speak it well in the end, so not just to know some basics for traveling, then #Dutch Grammar gives you the right basis. It is a course which consists of 50 video lessons covering grammar at the beginner's level, including exercises and tests. It is a course that you can combine with the method you are currently using, perhaps my vocabulary course 1000 Most Common Words in Dutch. Or you can do it as a standalone course for learning Dutch from scratch, because vocabulary lists are included in this course. Learning a language is more than learning words. If you want to say something, you need to make phrases with those words. And that is exactly what we are going to do in the online course #Dutch Grammar. Grammar is very important if you are learning Dutch. If you just put words one after the other, it's not going to result in something the Dutch will understand. And that's what you are aiming for if you are learning Dutch, isn't it? It's not all that easy. Did you know that word order is very important in Dutch? And that each type of sentence has its own word order? Sometimes we put the subject first and then the verb, but in other cases we turn them around. And did you know that we have verbs that are separable? Yes, these words split up in certain phrase constructions. Of course, conjugation of verbs is important when using the different tenses. What is also important to know is the difference between nouns that have had as an article and nouns with the, because that influences how you write a whole bunch of other words, like the adjectives. That may sound scary to you. Many beginners focus on learning only vocabulary, because that's easy. But if you want to speak Dutch well in the end, you have to have a good grammar basis as well. Don't make the mistake of skipping this. But learning grammar from a book can be difficult and boring. All these rules and exceptions, it may actually limit your motivation. Books often want to be complete, and it's not always clear what you really need to know and what not. Of course, you can book a language course with a real teacher, our Dutch summer school for example. But what if you want to study at home at your own speed? Are you struggling with those grammar books? No need for that. This video course will help you learn all the grammar you need to know at the beginner's level. And we are going to do it in a fun and easy way, step by step. #Dutch Grammar is a course containing 50 video lessons. Each video takes about 10 minutes and it comes with exercises, word lists and tests, including an exam with certificate at the end. One of the things that makes it easy for you to understand is the animations that I use in the video instruction. What a grammar book describes in a whole page of text, I can show you using a few simple movements on the screen. Each lesson is set up in a structured way. I give you the subject of the lesson, I provide some examples and let you think about it with the knowledge of the previous lessons. And then I explain each grammar rule in detail. I try to do that in a way which allows your brain to stay active until the end of the lesson. I conclude each lesson with a review of all the grammar rules. Not only do we want to be clear during one lesson, we constructed the whole course in a way so that when you are in lesson X and you studied well during the previous lessons, you should be able to understand everything in that lesson. Since there is no teacher to consult, we did our best to develop the course in a way so that there should be no need to ask. Elements that are more important are repeated in example phrases in later lessons to make sure you understand and remember it. And I always refer to previous lessons so that you can decide to watch it again if you forgot anything. Who am I to teach you Dutch grammar? I'm just a simple internet teacher. The content of this course is made by Kirsten de Gelder. She is a senior teacher of Dutch language acquisition and taught Dutch at universities all over the world. Kirsten is an expert on the methodology of teaching Dutch grammar, and we work together to convert her instruction into a well-structured and easy-to-understand video course. Well, I hope you are looking forward to do this course. Have fun and learn a lot with #DutchGrammar. Veel succes!